Join me as I take on the challenge of transforming my anxiety into inner strength. Let's see how far I can go. Today, we're going to talk about something that I think a lot of us can relate to, and that's anxiety. But instead of letting it hold us back, I want to explore how we can transform it into a source of inner strength. It's a concept that I'm really passionate about, and I believe it has the power to completely flip our mindset on its head. Anxiety is something that affects so many of us, and it can be really debilitating. It can make it hard to get out of bed in the morning, to face social situations, to take risks, or to even just feel comfortable in our own skin. It can be constant, nagging feeling of fear or worry that's always lurking in the background, waiting to pounce. And it's not just the anxiety itself that's the problem, it's the way it can make us feel about ourselves. It can make us feel weak, or flawed, or like we're somehow broken. But here's the thing, anxiety is not a weakness. It's actually a sign that we're sensitive, that we care deeply, and that we're capable of feeling deeply. Living with anxiety can be like living with a constant companion, one that's always whispering negative thoughts in your ear and making you doubt yourself. It can be exhausting, and it can be isolating. You might feel like you're the only one who's struggling, like everyone else has their life together and you're just stuck in this cycle of fear and worry. But the truth is, anxiety is more common than you might think. So many people are struggling with it, and it's not because they're weak or flawed, it's because they're human. For a lot of us, anxiety can be this invisible weight that we're carrying around, one that's always pulling us down and holding us back. It can make it hard to enjoy the things that we love, to connect with the people around us, and to just live in the present moment. It can feel like we're stuck, like we're trapped in this cycle of fear and worry and we don't know how to escape. So, how do we start to transform our anxiety into inner strength? One of the most powerful techniques is mindfulness. When we're anxious, our minds are always racing ahead to the future or stuck in the past. We're worried about what might happen, or we're replaying all the things that have gone wrong. But mindfulness brings us back to the present moment. It helps us to focus on our breath, on our body, on the world around us. It helps us to calm down, to slow down, and to start to see things more clearly. Another technique is to reframe our thoughts. When we're anxious, our thoughts can be really negative and catastrophic. We might think things like I'm going to fail, or I'm not good enough, or I'm going to get hurt. But when we reframe those thoughts, we can start to see things in a more positive light. We can start to focus on our strengths, on our abilities, and on all the things that we're capable of. Exercise is also a great way to harness our anxiety. When we're physically active, our brains start to produce these natural mood boosters like endorphins and serotonin. It can help to reduce our anxiety, to improve our mood, and to boost our confidence. I want to share a personal story with you that really illustrates the power of transforming anxiety into inner strength. A few years ago, I was going through a really tough time. I was dealing with anxiety, depression, and PTSD, and I felt like I was at rock bottom. I didn't know how to get out of bed, I didn't know how to face my friends, and I didn't know how to take care of myself. But I knew that I had to make a change. So, I started small. I started with tiny little steps, like getting out of bed and taking a shower, or going for a short walk around the block. And gradually, I started to build up my strength, my confidence, and my sense of self-worth. As I started to focus on my own healing, I realized that my anxiety was actually a source of strength. It was a sign that I was sensitive, that I cared deeply, and that I was capable of feeling deeply. And it was this realization that started to change everything for me. I started to see my anxiety as a gift, rather than a curse. I started to see it as something that could drive me forward, rather than holding me back. And that's when everything started to shift. Today, I want to leave you with the idea that your anxiety is not a weakness, it's a source of strength. It's a sign that you're sensitive, that you care deeply, and that you're capable of feeling deeply. And when you start to harness that anxiety, when you start to focus on your own healing and growth, that's when the real transformation starts to happen. If you've struggled with anxiety, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. How have you transformed your anxiety into inner strength? What strategies have worked for you? And if you're looking for more insights, be sure to check out my next video where we'll be diving deeper into this topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.